Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
This is one of the most amazing moments of this journey so far. I have to thank every one of you who helped make this possible. Not only all of you that helped raise awareness through non-traditional means, but also those of you from UPS that reached out outside of the corporate bounds to help alleviate the fears and understanding what was going on this whole time. This is the largest clutch you can possibly fit inside of an FD or FC bell housing. That is a billet steel bell housing, so it is the maximum amount of space with the least amount of material possible. Even with that and the most shallow, low-profile hydraulic bearing made, we still came in with only 4 millimeters left of space to fit this into that vehicle. Let's dig in. X-Clutch is a company that started out in Australia as Extreme Clutch, and they're moving into the United States under the brand name X-Clutch. This is actually not a sponsored deal. This is a paid-for product, just working together on finding solutions. I simply wanted this to work that bad. You can understand then why, even more so, I cared about getting this clutch. Oops. You will not believe what's involved in making a custom clutch. This moment I didn't think would happen. This has been months of measurements and going back and forth and solutions and finding ways to fit this into this car. Oh my God, this is so light. So I showed you guys my flywheel before. Oh, we took that up a notch. We decided, no. We're going even lighter. You guys want a 787B revving? You guys get a 787B revving. Look at that. That is a quad plate clutch. That means that there are 4 discs inside of there. At best, I had that triple plate clutch back in the 3-rotor. That worked wonderful. This is 4 plates. They have it rated at over 1,400 foot-pounds of torque, and I'm sure, just like every other drivetrain company, in my experience, that's what they're saying they'll certify, or not so much warranty, but just state that it's capable of. I will point out, this has to be billet. These plates look like they're billet, and this is definitely machined, so maybe it wasn't billet initially, but it is machined down, so we'll call it billet. Maybe we can even say this is a billet clutch. I don't know what this is. The forbidden butt plug. It's a machined alignment tool that's gonna come in really handy because 4-plate clutches, if they're anything more than my 3-plate clutch, are a pain in the ass to align. Not that I'm speaking of anybody in particular, it's just the idea of 4 independent plates moving as soon as you unclamp this against the pilot bearing. That is one hell of a process to line up and then somehow get the transmission to align with it as you're installing the transmission. Even though we have all of this clamping force, the rotational mass is just so light. I want to make it clear that it looks like there's absolutely no damage on it. There was no damage on the outer packaging. So that is a massive move forward. There's these machined pieces holding the plates in on the side. You have a billet machined ring. This is where we get the friction on. Oh, they even have them labeled. That's nice because I'm definitely gonna get that confused. Rinse and repeat over and over and over. It just keeps going until you finally get to the flywheel. So this clearly moves with the engine. For those of you that may be overwhelmed with how this all works, this part is locked into the engine. So this will always spin when the engine's spinning. And then this will always spin with the transmission. These plates, because of these right here, are stuck moving with the flywheel. So these pieces move with the engine. This whole thing spins with the engine. It means these plates are essentially part of the engine. Again, all of these discs are part of the transmission because of the splines. Imagine when everything's loose and there's no tension on it, these splines are capable of spinning with the transmission while these are spinning with the engine. The magic happens here. This is more or less the clamping piece. It becomes a clamping piece because of these little fingers right here. These fingers on the back side are essentially on a pivot. They're spring-loaded and they're on a pivot. And what they do, when you push these fingers in, it releases pressure on this side of the pivot. So, and you push in the middle, they go up like this, and everything's capable of moving freely. That is a push type clutch. Pull type clutch works in reverse, but we'll talk, that's an FD and we're not gonna talk about that. This is for an FC technically. When you let go of the clutch, those fingers come back down and it clamps down on here. There's a more thorough process, but for the sake of the video and just my excitement, we're just gonna assemble this very quickly. There you can see right away how handy that is. Not only do you have to get these plates aligned together, but you also have to get them centered because they can actually do this, just that little bit. They can turn like this, and they can also all shift together. So it's quite the process. That's any quad plate or even triple plate clutch. That did take a little bit of work. Particularly this thing was so tight in machine tolerance that it barely fit in some of these discs. You can see exactly what's happening. These plates move with the engine, and the discs, they move with the transmission. But you never want to do it horizontally because, well, look, it's all lopsided. You do it vertically, like this, line them all up, put the pressure piece back on, and then the cage back on, and away you go. I decided to get fancy and take the input shaft out of the transmission. This little stub guy right here, because this is exactly what's gonna connect through it. Thankfully these guys over machined this. This fits infinitely better, which is the right way you want it. This is what has to install in the garage. We're gonna slide the plates back in the correct direction, put this last piece on. This is just assembly for the video. If you're not struggling, you're not installing a quad plate clutch. That's how you know you're doing it right. Some helpful advice that X-Clutch gave me when installing this has to do with tightening these bolts to the correct torque specs before and during and after it's installed. A couple problems I've had is if you keep these loose, as soon as you pick it up, everything droops. So you have to tighten them to some extent. But if you over tighten them, now you don't have any slop whatsoever, and so when you go to put that transmission on, and everything just does not want to play, it's not gonna happen. There's the correct level of tightness, and I'm sure there's a Newton meter, foot-pound torque rating to that. There definitely is right here for the final. Even just hand tightening, you can see it barely wants to move. I'll just loosen that just a little bit, and you can see the play right there. That can be the difference between making your night awesome or complete living hell. The only thing I can think of that would be more intense than this is those clutches that fuse together on dragsters. I really want to know how much this weighs. I've got more use of this damn scale than anything else in this shop. 22.2, 22.4 pounds. Let's compare that to stock FC clutch. This was gonna be my other option. I figured either go big or go small, and this is a bone stock 15.6 pounds, and guess what? That's not including the flywheel. Let's go ahead and grab the flywheel and see how much we tap out at. Just that alone is 24 pounds. The single plate stock OEM clutch, the combination of those two gives us 36 pounds. Thank God we didn't have to run that, but I kind of want to see. I kind of want to put that in. I figured from a YouTube standpoint, I was going to turn lemons into lemonade and just find the funniest clutch combo. I'm still kind of interested in running it. What makes all of that possible? This was the piece of magic that made this even remotely a conversation we could have. This is a very, very short hydraulic bearing. It's almost just the length of the throw. You put hydraulic fluid in, and that raises out. We'll set this down like so, and then this sits on there on the inside of the bell housing, and then pushes on those fingers when you press on the pedal. And it's hollow, because of course the transmission is back here. When you guys see those future videos of hopefully the car doing burnouts and all-wheel drive clutch drops and all that, this is exactly the internals that I am using. And when you look at the limitations, it makes sense why this was barely possible. Your starter connects to this wheel out here. It has to be in that spot. Your bell housing is only so deep, and this is as deep as you can get from here to here and have the right amount of throw and as much clutch as possible when you have that many splines. I am so happy to be making this video. You guys do not understand.
You have to grab it with your hand to understand.
Wow, that's girthy.
Look at how good these things.
Camera. That's a beautiful angle.
Well, you've been hitting the gym for me, so. Can you just get the heavier things inside?
Yeah. Isaiah and I both got some major wins today. I got the clutch in, and he got in his 321. So this steel is so intense that it even messed up somebody's mandrel bending machine, and they had to cut a piece. Where's that trash. Oh, it's over there. We push some machinists to the limit because we want these to bend and we want these to be the exhaust manifold. 321 is for perfectionists, for horsepower perfectionists, and that is Isaiah. Look at his collector angles. Bent, and then it's cut, and you can put all 4 of these together, and they make one piece, kind of like Power Rangers. Or Captain Planet. This is definitely not Captain Planet material.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Earth, wind, fire. And with our powers combined, you don't know that? It's supposed to save the planet. We're destroying it.
Yeah. Flat on the wall table. Just look it in there. Get in there, deep in there. You have to zoom in somehow.
Wow.
There. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Yeah.
There you go.
That's amazing.
That's girth.